When the blood of a messenger was spilled, the silence across Arabia shattered. 3,000 companions facing an army of 150,000, and leading them, the sword of Allah, Khalid ibn al-Walid. Today, we relive a legendary battle, the Battle of Mu'tah. In the 8th year after Hijrah, the Prophet Muhammad sent envoys to spread the message of Islam. Among them was Khalid ibn Umayyah, who carried a letter to the ruler of Busra in the Byzantine Empire. But before he reached his destination, he was seized and brutally executed by the Ghassanid governor, Sharabil. Killing a messenger was a declaration of war. The Prophet responded not with silence, but with action. 3,000 companions were assembled. The Prophet appointed 3 leaders in sequence: Zayd ibn Haritha, Ja'far ibn Abi Talib, Abdullah ibn Rawaha. He said, "If one is martyred, the next shall lead, and if he falls, the next will carry the banner." With hearts full of faith, they marched north toward Syria, not knowing they were headed toward a sea of enemy soldiers. The Muslim army reached Mu'tah, and there they saw the unimaginable: 150,000 soldiers, Romans, Ghassanids, and Arab tribes. 3,000 versus 150,000. Yet the believers did not hesitate. Battle erupted. Zayd, R.A., was the first to fall, martyred holding the Prophet's banner. Then came Ja'far, R.A. Even after both his arms were cut, he carried the banner with his body until he too fell, a martyr with over 90 wounds on his body. Then rose Abdullah ibn Rawaha. He hesitated for a moment, then rebuked his soul. "O soul, what are you afraid of? You longed for martyrdom. Now it is at your door." And with those words, he plunged into the battle and embraced martyrdom. The Muslim army was shaken. 3 commanders had fallen. There was no leader. Then stood up a warrior, strong in mind, sharp in strategy, and unmatched in courage: Khalid ibn al-Walid. It was his very first battle as a Muslim, but with the mind of a general, he reorganized the army that night, moving banners, switching fronts, to give the illusion of reinforcements arriving. The next day, he led a series of strategic attacks and retreats, confusing the massive Roman army. Through pure military genius, he preserved the Muslim army and returned to Medina, having survived an impossible battle. Some people in Medina said they retreated, but the Prophet responded, "No, they did not flee, they are attackers, and Khalid is a sword from the swords of Allah." From that day forward, he became known as Saifullah al-Maslul, the drawn sword of Allah. And this battle became a lesson that victory is not in numbers, but in faith, conviction, and trust in Allah. History remembers Khalid not because he never lost, but because when the world counted him out, he rose and led an army through a storm with the name of Allah on his lips.